Today, we are going to be looking at some trade reviews using the supply and demand methodology and specifically the one time frame trade setup. This is a video that I've done before a couple years ago talking about this exact setup. It's a staple in our methodology now. And so we're going to break through two or three of them, as well as we're going to first start off with another random trader's trade review. He sent it to me on social media. I want to break it down because this is what not to do when you're trading this type of setup. Then we will look at 2 to 3 live trades and what ideally you should be looking for when trading this setup. This is called the one time frame setup. I will have the link down below if you guys wanted to check that video out. And so let's get into it. This is a trader that reached out to me, he's watched all my videos, looking at the playlist. I appreciate if you guys want to check more about this supply and demand methodology, just head over to my playlist on YouTube, click tips, and then you can see a bunch of different videos covering the whole methodology from top to bottom. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can always reach out to me on social media at MoneyballAustin. And I always appreciate if you guys leave a like on this video, subscribe, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. So let's get into it. Pull up the Discord here. So this is a trade on the S&P 500. He's telling me the S&P 500 1 hour time frame, and he's shorting at this supply zone, and he lost the trade. He's watched a lot of my videos. He's trying to implement some of the stuff that I'm doing. And hands down, right away, the first red flag is I don't ever like, when it comes to my entry time frame, this is a big mistake that I see traders making, is when it comes to the entry time frame when trading this methodology, I don't like trading at continuation patterns. Now, what continuation patterns are, they're going to be rally-based rallies or drop-based drops. And in this case, this supply zone right here is a continuation pattern. So when it comes to my lower time frame, I would much rather prefer trading rally-based drops and drop-based rallies. Statistically, I've reviewed this with many different traders in the private group, and 9 times out of 10, they come back to me and they say these patterns work a lot better than the continuation patterns. So that's just a note there. A lot of people have tested it, and it works out to be a lot better if you can trade the reversal patterns. And so we are going to look at my trades, and so you can identify those types of trade setups. So when we're looking at the S&P, he's first off trading at a drop-based drop. Now, I don't see anything wrong with this trade as in the quality of the zone. I really like the imbalance here. Like this right here, the whole methodology is we're trying to identify big, strong imbalance here. And we had 3 drops in a row, like very strong imbalances to the downside. So that is indicating to me that a lot of sellers stepped into the market, but we don't really just want to short the zone straight up. This is a video that I made a while ago. I will also have it in the description below, but what every zone must have when I take a trade. It always needs to have a strong 2-to-1 imbalance, which they have. And it's also removed opposing zones over here. So that makes it a good quality trade setup. Now, I agree, it's a good zone, but it's not an entry time frame zone that I would want to take. Why? Because I just mentioned statistically, my continuation pattern zones don't work as well as if I'm trading a reversal pattern. That's my first point, is I don't like trading continuation patterns like this. The second biggest red flag, and this should be number 1, is he's shorting the S&P on the 1 hour time frame. This is a big no-go in my trading, and I always tell people this in the private group. I do not recommend trying to enter 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour swing shorts because the market is rigged to go up. Statistically, I mean, not even statistically, if a stock is not performing well, they remove that stock and they put in a new stock that is performing well. So the market is rigged to go up over time. Statistically, it goes up year after year, 10% returns. Okay. So to be shorting a 1 hour time frame, especially when this is the US 100, we got to go US 500. This goes into my second point. He's selling at this supply zone right here. Like I said, it's a really good imbalance to the downside. I like it. But we scroll out. Look at this, guys. This is scrolled out on the 1 hour time frame. You are clearly trying to short a 1 hour supply zone in a very, very heavy uptrend. You are trading counter trend. These corrective moves really don't hold for that long. And so anytime that I see a market like this, you should be buying with the general trend. And this is what we're going to talk about in my trade reviews. And we're going to look at them. And you're going to notice these 3 things: reversal pattern, trading with the trend. Okay, so why would I want to be shorting a 1 hour supply zone when previously the 1 hour time frame all the way scrolled out for the last 2 months have been non-stop uptrend? So it's extremely aggressive to start selling this. So that's the other thing I don't like. Number one, continuation pattern. Number two, selling. I guess you could just combine the two and three together, is selling in an uptrend in a market that's rigged to go up. So the only time I would be selling is if it's very, very, very short term, and I would still be trading at reversal patterns, like short term, 1 minute, 5 minute for the day, and I'm out. Like I'm not interested on 1 hour time frames, especially when the market looks like that. Okay. And statistically, just another thing, most people, when they do their review, they notice their trending trades perform a lot better than their counter trend trades. That's a very important note that I just made there. So make sure you consider trading with the trend versus trading counter trend. So let's have a look at a couple trade reviews. This is one from the US 100, the Nat. So this was actually a short, funny enough. Um, but what did I just say before? 5 minutes, I'm in and I'm out. Okay, so probably for the last 48 hours, it's been dropping nonstop, lower lows, lower highs. And so I took a selling position on a 5 minute time frame, only interested in getting in and out of the trade within like a 30-minute time span. I think that's fine. Let's go like this and break this down. Number one, let me scroll in so that you guys can see this. Number one, lower time frame. Look at the pattern. It's a rally-based drop. Okay, I'm not trading at a continuation pattern. I'm trading at a reversal type pattern. Very strong and balanced to the downside. Once again, I will pop that video in the description below so that you guys can identify strong quality zones. This is a massive difference in your trading if you start trading at strong quality zones. All right, so we have a rally-based drop, very strong move to the downside. It's removed pivot point demand zones here and all this here. It's also broke upward momentum line. I said it right here. Price broke upward momentum line. Price removed opposing pivot point demand zones. A strong quality rally-based drop created, getting out at a 2-to-1, somewhere down in this area, I'm guessing. Okay, market's rigged to go up. NASDAQ is up over 30% for the year when it was like only 6 months into the year. So why would I be trying to sell this thing for an hour to two, like on a 1 hour time frame, thinking that this thing's going to continue to go down? If I'm going to be shorting, I'm getting in and I'm getting out really quickly. Okay. So let's move on to a different one. Let's move on to the most recent. This is I believe, a silver one. Silver trade review, yes. And we can look at the German and the NASDAQ. So the silver, I haven't journaled this one yet. So if we pop over to the 4 hour time frame, this is over the last couple days. I don't see any area of supply until this area up here, and that's going to be like a daily. So we go to the daily. This is really where I see areas of daily supply coming in. And so I'm looking for buying opportunities since prices removed this area. So for this week, since prices removed it and had that very strong big move to the upside, I was like, hey, you know what? I will continue to buy in an uptrend. We go to the 4 hour time frame. It's just going up, right? It's going up. We go to the 1 hour time frame. It's still just going up. So why would I want to be trying to sell this thing? So instead, I went down to the 15-minute, knowing on my higher time frame, this is very important. Understand that you're trading with the higher time frame trend. 4 hour in an uptrend, we still have room to go to the trend to the upside. I went down to the 15-minute, and this is what I saw. All right, notice once again, I'm trying to buy, and look at all. If I scroll out, this is what I'm trying to also buy with. Big move going into an uptrend. All right, this thing has been nonstop higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, I agree. Looking for buying opportunities. And then I simply bought on this pullback here on the break of downward momentum, drawing out my proximal line, distal line like that. And I'm entering on the pullback right here. Okay, that's where I'm getting the pullback. I'm entering my trade right there. Once it pulls back into my demand zone, once again, very strong move to the upside. Drop base rally demand zone, broke opposing zones, broke momentum lines. That's what I'm trying to do. So if we look back at this guy's trade, he's trying to sell a market on a 1 hour time frame that's heavy, heavy, heavy in an uptrend. That's a big red flag. And he's also trading a continuation pattern when the trend's clearly in an uptrend. And you'll notice and all these other trades that I'm taking, I'm trading with the general trend going in an uptrend. I'm not trying to sell this thing, I'm trying to buy this thing. So it's important when you guys are looking at these one time frame setups is trade with the trend. This has been reviewed by hundreds, thousands of trades. Much better when you trade with the trend. You're trading with reversal patterns, as in drop-based rallies and rally-based drops, and strong quality zones. Those are the three things that you guys need to take away from this video and stop trying to short these 1 hour zones trading counter trend. You're going to lose money probably 75% of the time by doing that. Reversal patterns, trading with the trend, and strong quality zones. Okay. All those videos that I mentioned are going to be in the description below so that you can understand the importance of trading at quality zones, trading with the trend setup. Actually, I have this whole setup in the free ebook that I give people for people going through the masterclass. So if you guys wanted that ebook, I strongly recommend checking it out, moneyballtrading.com, and I'll send you the ebook on the supply and demand methodology. And that's where we are helping traders become consistently profitable in 90 days or less. And once again, I appreciate if you guys like the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.